Welcome to your morning ritual. I'm Andrea Luzon. This session was put together to support you, anyone watching, anyone who is with us in the recording room as part of this experience. You get to ground into your intentions. You get to ground into your intentions for the week, for the day, and this will be our last recording for 2021. So, someone's actually going to give herself a mini vacation. So I'm excited about that. Giving ourselves a real break. That is what we get to do. So today, this topic of permission is what's come forward today. I'm reading Existential Kink by Carolyn Elliott. I highly recommend it. Write it down. Existential Kink by Carolyn Elliott. And she is talking about having is evidence of wanting. Having is evidence of wanting. And if I spell that out a little more clearly, what she's saying is that if you're not liking your life right now, somewhere consciously or subconsciously, you have desired this outcome. And that might feel edgy and that might feel really uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear that. And yet in the same instance, what if we gave ourselves permission to have wanted the situation that we're in? What if we could really, really stretch ourselves, maybe meditate on it, maybe just journal on it, but what part of me could have wanted this outcome? And I'll use myself as an example. So I have this situation, I'm gonna keep turning the music down. I have this situation where I have this program that I have built, and yet I have been afraid to shout it from the rooftops and to talk to the people that I know it would serve and say, come on in, like it's time for us to start. We're going to start in 2022. Let's go. So there's this part of me that has wrestled with it so hard that I've created a situation where the program start date is approaching and I'm still rather stuck in fear of like not wanting it to happen, of just having like imposter syndrome, having this fear. And it's created this unworthiness story in me. It's like, oh my God, look at my life. I can prove again that I'm not worthy. And interestingly, that serves me, like so way down, I know that that's serving me in feeling like there's almost like a getting off on, look how small I am. Look how I can't do it. Look how I'm the victim again. So if you can lean into this with me, that there can be a piece of us way deep down that is getting its rocks off on the situation that we have laid out in front of us. And so that is where we're going today, is we're going into permission to hear no from a prospective client. Okay, I give myself permission to hear no. Give yourself permission to have a disagreement with your spouse. Okay, sometimes people fight. I give myself permission to be fully in this experience and to trust that at some level, I desired this. Somewhere deep inside me, I desired this. And it's really tempting to go immediately into self-beat up at that moment. And like, oh, well, gosh, I'm a loser if I wanted to be in this losery situation. But what if we could celebrate, like the book, like I'm saying, this book is called Existential Kink. What if we could honor that desire to be the victim, that desire to be like, to just be in that experience of, I really am feeling so sad about this. On some deep level, I really get to feel super sad for a while. I get to feel really not served for a while. What if on some level, there's just this piece of you asking to be cradled, asking to be truly supported, asking to be all laid out and really just be held by the universe, that piece of you that's just crying for that permission to be Whatever it is right now you're saying about your life that you don't want, there's somewhere inside of you that's been asking for that. And instead of feeling guilty or shameful about that, what if we could be super edgy, and love that? What if we could just love that? So right now, we're going to practice some breath. We're going to practice some breathing. So if you're feeling settled in your chair, if you're feeling comfy, cozy, get some wiggles out, get a little bit more comfy and cozy, and allow yourself to push out any stale air in your body right now. Ready? Let's blow out. With some sound through the mouth. Let's inhale through the nose. Ready? Inhale. Hold for a moment while you're full, while you're completely expanded. And then blow out the air through the mouth with some sound. Maybe wiggle, maybe rock yourself, but use some sound. Hold while you're empty. And then let's inhale through your nostrils. Ready? Inhale. Nice and big. Hold in that full position. And exhale out. Blowing out air. Ready? Let's inhale through the nose. Hold in that expansion, all that potential, all that air. And then blow it out. Wiggling, shouting, pushing out some sound with that air through the mouth. And now, to support us fully on this journey of permission, we are going to stand up. We're going to put on some music that allows you to shed any stuck energy in your body. Some of you have heard this song before. Give me a thumbs up for more music. Give me a thumbs down if it's too loud for you. But we are going to call our soul in, which is, I want you, I need you. Let's get together, let's hang out. This is really a shake it loose song. So any movement that feels innate, just let it flow. So here we go. Just a moment. Okay, let me know if it's too loud or soft. I see you, Susan. Keep breathing. Thank you to everyone who was up out of their chair, who was moving, who was grooving. And really, this is, it might feel silly. I will get closer to the camera. This might feel silly, but it's really about shifting your energy. It's really about hitting the restart on your Monday, hitting the restart on your week, on your day. I mean, truly, we can start fresh in any moment. In any moment in your life, you can start completely from ground zero. You can just determine that you are starting fresh. Like, hey, I am shaking off this stuckness. I'm shaking off this mood. I'm shaking off this anger that I have towards myself or towards someone else. And I am choosing to shift. Something as silly and as fun as putting on a 3-minute song and just dancing to your heart's content can completely shift your energy. And so this is about permission today. I'm still standing. I'm trusting that you are as well. If you have to stay seated or lying down for any medical reason, I totally honor you. So at this moment, I'm going to move my camera. You are going to frame this is my hips. So you're going to frame, kind of almost like hooking your thumbs onto your hip. I'm letting someone in. Hooking your thumbs onto your hip bones, almost like hooking them onto the edge of your pants. Let's go with that. And then your fingers are pointed down towards your, kind of surrounding your mons pubis, if you guys are familiar with biology. So you're kind of pointing to that lovely mound right before your legs separate. Yes, that is where you're pointing your fingertips. So your fingertips are heading that direction. I'm showing my tummy. And then your thumbs are almost hooked into your pants. So we're basically framing our sacral area and pointing towards our amazing genitals. So here we go, like this. Pardon me, I'm gonna cough. Okay, so standing or lying down is okay too. Go ahead and tuck those thumbs where we said, pointing those fingers towards your juicy parts. And we're going to basically do a little bit of a hip rotation. Oops, sorry, that is the wrong song. My bad. How about something more relaxing than that? Great. Okay. Let me know if that's too loud or too soft. I will turn that up on my computer for those of us on Instagram that are next to my computer. Beautiful. All right. I can see that we've got some movement going. Hello, Brittany. Hello, my loves. This is so much fun. So basically, you are going to start kind of rocking your hips left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back. The slower you can do this, the better. Super slow. Allow your eyelids to flutter shut as long as you're not feeling dizzy. Let's go ahead and switch directions. So now, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back. Beautiful. If your hands are feeling called to move anywhere else, allow them to do that. Maybe you want to run your hands down your thighs, down your hamstrings, up your arms. Beautiful. Breathe. Allow yourself to visualize the words, at least saying them inside your head. I give myself permission to be all that I am, to be how I am. I give myself permission to be in this body exactly as it looks, exactly as it feels. I give myself permission to use my voice. I give myself permission to be heard and seen. Allow your hands to reach up towards the sky, reaching high. Visualize above you a bright light. Your fingertips can barely caress this light. It's just right above you. Wiggle your fingers. Allow yourself to touch the outside of this glow, this magical glow. This light is your potential. This light is the purest form of you, your highest good. So patient, so loving, so accepting of you. Allow yourself to hold a bit of that light and then slowly bring it down. And begin to paint the light across your hair, your forehead, your ears, your face. Continue painting that light down your body. Bring it down each shoulder to your hand, to your fingertips. And then the other shoulder down your arm to your fingertips. Let your hands explore painting that light. Imagine that light is seeping from your hands into every cell of your body. This light of permission to be your highest good, to be your potential, and who you are exactly as you are. They are one and the same. Amazing. You're doing amazing. And whether you're lying down or seated or standing, allow yourself to envision a few feet below your toes, 3 whole feet down into the ground or just beyond the floor. There is a white light that is always traveling with you. Allow yourself to envision the light and feel a bit of warmth coming up caressing your feet. Now that light is your groundedness. That light is completely connected and accepting of your humanity. We've talked about our potential and our eternal selves, that highest good above us, and now this light below you. It honors and loves your humanity, your body. If you can visualize and feel it in your fingertips, reaching down, only bend over as far as is comfortable. But envision that light coming up from the ground into your fingertips, and then begin to paint that at the lowest part of your body that you can reach. If that is your toes, start with your toes. So I'm going to bend over now. Paint that light of complete acceptance for who you are from your toes and moving up all the way until you get to your hips. So go ahead and start that painting right now. After you're done painting, allow one hand. I usually like to put my right hand on my belly, and then my left hand kind of rests over my left breast. That feels really good for me. So holding your heart in your left hand, holding your creativity, holding your intuition, holding your inner guidance in your right hand, allow yourself to begin to breathe so deeply in a way that feels good for you. So allowing that air to come in and out. And feel your hand, feel your heart beating. And feel that knowing, feel that trust, that faith in your gut, in your womb space, that creativity that sometimes feels like longing, but really it's just true knowing. And when we connect that knowing with our heart, we can really bring that all together and create our life. We are creating from that place of knowing and that place of heart together, with courage, with all that you are. Breathe that in. I am creating my life with courage and with knowing what is right for me. I give myself permission to create my life with courage and with trusting my intuition. Breathing that in. Whatever's coming up for you right now, perhaps your mind is going really fast. Perhaps your mind is fully in trust and going with the flow of what we're experiencing right now. Any of that is okay. any of that is okay. There's no perfection in this process. It just is. You get to be exactly where you are. And that is what is so exciting. That you are exactly where you are. And what would it feel like to give yourself complete permission to be at this point in your life? What would that feel like? I love myself exactly as I am in this moment. I give myself permission to love the breakdown, to love the breakthrough, to love the success, to love the faltering. I give myself permission to feel it all and not shame my experience. Breathe that in. So if you've gotten so cozy that you get to wake up, allow yourself the deepest breath. Allow the corners of your mouth to lift. Allow your eyelids to flutter open and closed. Allow your fingertips and your toes to wiggle. Maybe stretch your hands, maybe point and flex your feet. For those of us who always bring our notebooks, go ahead and grab those. And a writing utensil. For those of you who need to go get something, go do that now. I will pause for a moment and find my chair while we're waiting for anyone who needs to grab their writing utensil and book. Grab a drink of water if you have it nearby. So, this notebook experience is really going to be about what's coming forward for you as you consider where in your life do you get to give yourself permission? Where in my life do I get to give myself permission? Where in my life do I get to give myself permission? Maybe you get to practice celebrating your wins. Maybe you have one of my nerds, which is that when I accomplish something, I just set the next goal and keep going instead of really treasuring where I am, really doing a little celebration. Susan might remember a celebration dance that we challenged ourselves to give ourselves way back when. And so doing something silly like a celebration dance in the middle of sending that email that was really hard to write. Something as simple as that can really prove to your ego that you are showing up. You are showing up for yourself. Or perhaps when it comes to permission, we talked about the breakdowns and we talked about how we tend to guilt ourselves for breakdowns. What if we gave ourselves permission to enjoy the breakdown? That might feel edgy. Maybe that's an area of growth for you. So where in your life do you get to give yourself permission? And then our last question, What would absolute permission feel like? What would absolute permission feel like to me? Let's make sure we say it's for you, not for someone else. What would absolute permission feel like for me? For me, for me. There we go. Those of us who are together in the recording space, we are going to pause and write. We're going to journal together. And for those who choose to stay, we will reflect. We will reflect and hold each other high as we share. For those of you watching a recording or watching a stream, then I challenge you to do the same. This is all about permission. Permission for you towards yourself to be and have and do all of it. All of it. So this has been your morning ritual. My name is Andrea Luzon. I'm so grateful that you came today, and I can't wait to see you next time.